Hi everyone and welcome to today's maths lesson. Now as I said on our Zoom chats, we're going to be leaving half just for the moment, although we are going to be looking at half again today. We're not really learning about it. And we're going to be finding 1/4. So our learning objective is to understand what a quarter of a shape or object looks like. And then we're going to be finding quarters of shapes and objects. So first, let's recap. As I said, let's recap halves. What was half? How can you find half of these objects? That's right, we had to split them up into 2 equal pieces. 2 parts the same, 2 parts the same, 2 parts the same. Doesn't matter if it's up, down, diagonal, as long as it was 2 equal pieces. 2 equal parts. Now today we're going to be looking at quarters, and they are smaller than halves. It's still equal groups, but to find a quarter we need to split a shape up, hello monkey, into 4 equal parts now. So we can see here our tart, our button and our cookie have all got 4 equal parts. They must be the same. So it's the same as if you had 1 cookie and you were trying to share it between 4 people. You'd have to cut it in half and then in half again the other way to make sure that everyone gets 1/4. Shall I share you 1/4, monkey? No? Monkey says no. So let's have a look at these shapes here. I've got a heart, a square and an arrow. How are these shapes cut up or divided? How many equal parts are there? That's how it can help it. There's monkey, look, trying to eat my hair. So the heart has been split into 4 pieces. Are they all equal though? Are they the same size? If this was a biscuit and we shared it in 4 ways, would you be happy to get this piece here or this piece? Why not? That's right, they're smaller, which means it's not equal. They're not equal in all the pieces. These 2 people get more, and that's not fair, so it can't be equal, can it? Has this shape been cut into quarters? No, it's only got 1 line, so it must be cut into half. Well done. This shape could be cut in half. We just have to ignore this line here. So we can, this shape is cut into half. The pieces are the same on both sides. They're equally cut. Right, this arrow here. Has that been cut into half or quarter? That's it, we've drawn 1 line, so it must be in half. It's got 2 equal pieces. Do you mind? So which one has been divided into 4 equal pieces? Have a look, what one do you think? Do you think the heart, the square, or the arrow? Which one has got 4 equal pieces? That's right, it's the square. We've already said the heart isn't equal. And let's look at the arrow. Are these 2 bottom bits the same size as these 2 top bits? No. So it is, the square is cut into equal pieces. Now, let's look at these circles. What portion of the circle has been coloured? So if we look at this one here, what's been coloured? Nothing at all. And if nothing's been coloured, that means I've still got the whole thing. The whole. Well done. What about this one here? How's this been coloured? That's right, it's in half. Well, there's whole, half. What about this one down here? What have I got coloured in here? That's right, it's 1 of the 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means it must be 1/4 coloured. 1/4 is 1 of the 4 sections. So we've put it into quarters and we've coloured in 1 of them, 1/4. There it is there, 1/4. So today you've got some activities that are going to help you explore finding quarters. We're not thinking about numbers today. Our learning objective was to find quarter of shapes and objects. So our activities are going to be matching that. So you can choose to complete activity 1 or 2, or you could even do both if you wanted to. They're both on the slides. Then activity 3 is using the Busy Ants book. 1B. If you don't have 1B, I've got an activity at the end that you can do instead. So let's have a little look at 1A and 1B and I can talk you through them. So activity 1, you've got to match the quarters up to make a whole set. So I've got 3 objects, you can probably guess what they are. I've got 3 objects that have been cut into quarters and I'd like you to put the quarters back together again. See if you can make the whole thing. And then on this page here, we've got halves and quarters. Now these shapes here have been coloured in either half or quarter. Now this you might need to think a little bit about numbers again. Because if we look at this one here, I've got 1 piece out of 4, so that one must be 1 quarter. Here though, I've got 4 coloured in out of 8. And if we have a look, does it look like 1 quarter or 1 half? That's right. We know that 4 is half of 8, so we know that this one is actually a half. Here we've got 3 pieces out of 6 coloured in. You can tell from the colour as well that we've actually got half coloured in. So have a look at these and think which ones are halves, which ones are quarters, and you can just move them around. Then we have Busy Ants page 42. Sorry, I had to read them backwards. So we've got page 42 here, and you've got to find a quarter of a shape. Now, you've got this top part of the page here, there's a line, so ignore that for now. In this top section, you need to colour the pizzas that have been cut exactly into quarters. No more, no less. So if we look at this one here, it's a bit far away for you actually. You need to think, if the quarters are equal, you can colour it in. This one here's got a line down the middle, and then a line further up towards the top. Let me get my whiteboard. So this first pizza has got 4 pieces. If you think it's coloured in cut in quarters, colour the whole thing in. Now the next one though, got a square pizza. Don't often see those. It's a funny square at the moment, look at that. And it looks like that. Has that been cut into equal parts? 4 equal pieces? So we don't want to colour that one in. Now the next one has been cut like this. Has that been cut into 4 equal pieces? No, it's been cut into equal pieces, but not 4 of them, so we can't colour in that one. So you need to look at them and decide, are they cut into 4 equal pieces depending on the shape? Can be a square, a rectangle, circles like this. If a square was cut into quarters, we'd have it all the same. If a rectangle was cut, my lines have gone a bit wonky. But we can see that they are quarters. So that's what you need to do at the top part. And then at the bottom, you have got 3 pizzas that you need to colour in 1 quarter. Now, if I were you, they're all circles, I would use my pencil to draw a line, draw them in half first. So if I do it in half first, I can then do it in half another way across the other side, and I've made quarters. If you wanted to do it just by drawing a quarter, you'd have to think, where is the middle? Now, 1 line going down, 1 line going across, like 3:30. So you can do it either way, but you're only colouring in 1 section. So I might colour in this section, and I need to colour in this section, because that is 1 quarter. You're not colouring the whole thing. Up here, we're colouring the whole thing. Nicely, of course. These ones we're not doing anything because they're not quarters. This one we can colour in the whole thing. The whole thing, because it's split into quarters. But at the bottom, we're only colouring into 1 quarter. Now, if you don't have Busy Ants 1B at home, I've put a website here that you need to click on the website and it will take you to Twinkle Go. Now, this is a new part of Twinkle that I didn't know about, but it has interactive games. So when I've set up some games on there, I can share with you, if you go to this website, a code. And if you type that code in, you'll get to go to a quarter fraction game. Now, if you've got your book and you didn't want to do it, you want to do this instead, that's fine. But it's just a game. Have a go at playing in the game. So I want you to go and have fun today finding quarters. We found half yesterday. Today we're colouring shapes into quarters. Quarters have 4 equal pieces. Maybe at home, if you've got a biscuit or if you have a pizza for dinner, you could try and cut something into quarters. Have a go, see what happens. Bye.